WSOP 2024, episode 2, Wes. We've been here for about 5 days in Vegas. Now, same for you, right?
Yeah. This is the fifth full day I'll be here.
All right, yeah. So we've played a few tournaments so far, online and live.
Yep.
What's been going on so far with you?
So it's been pretty good. We talked about how I busted the 500. The next day I fired day 1A of the Mystery Millions, the mystery bounty tournament with guaranteed first place of $1 million and at least $1 million bounty. And so it went pretty well. I bagged, which in that tournament is extra hard because we play, so maybe not everyone knows this, but in some World Series events, you play into the money on day one and then you keep going. So the way it ended up in this one, for every flight so far, is about 5% of the field bagged.
Yep. Which is contrary to the typical 22%, or sorry,
11 or 15.
Yeah. 11 to 15%.
Yeah. And so already well into the money. I think there's a lot of the hands were pretty straightforward. I felt like there was one
Throughout
hand.
your entire day?
Yeah, there was one hand that it didn't put me in a tough spot, but had the guy jam the river, it would have been a brutal spot.
Okay.
And I think we'll talk about that one in a bit here.
Okay.
But let's just kind of roll through what else has happened. So then we both played a 600 Aria the next day, which was Friday. I busted one bullet there.
So this was, the Aria, I believe, is my second tournament of the trip. I played the Win 1100, just one entry, no luck in that.
Yeah.
Aria,
I played like a 250 daily or something.
Oh, I did fire a 250 daily as well in between. That is correct. So no dice in either of those two.
Yep. And then lastly, so yesterday I played some online tournaments, including the $555 online bracelet event. It was the first one of the summer. I actually made quite a run in that. I ended up getting 33rd out of over 1,500 entries.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it only paid like $2,300.
But it's still
it was a good run.
You know what's important about those kind of runs, even if you don't make the money, or not make the money, but if you don't make the big money, is that it creates momentum for your future tournaments. I mean, you kind of, you have your ups and down swings, but I think that, I got a couple of cashes under my belt now, and I feel like it's just increased my confidence a lot, so that I'm going in and not thinking about not cashing and being on a downswing. I just have positive vibes more, so I have more momentum moving forward to have better results, it feels like.
That's very well said, I think. And with how our schedule is going to be out here all summer, just firing over and over, it's good to feel that confidence.
Because it can quickly go the other way if you don't, you start down spiraling if you even just bust 5 tournaments in a row, even though that's completely standard. Mm-hmm. Going 0-5 is nothing big.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's those are the main highlights. So pretty solid start overall.
Yeah.
As we're recording, it's Sunday, which means day 2 of the Mystery Bounty is tomorrow. How about you go through what you've played?
Okay.
Kind of already alluded to.
Yeah, I got in on Tuesday. We're recording this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been here since 5 days? Yeah.
Yep.
Something like that. It feels like it's one day and 12 weeks all at the same time. Time out here is just, it's weird. It's super weird. But for me, I got in. I've been working out here a little bit, so I've been keeping track of a lot of other things when I'm not playing poker. But I took the first 2 days off, just didn't play anything live. Mm-hmm. Started off with the 1100 win on Thursday. Nothing too really exciting happened in there. I won one pot with 10s where I 3-bet it, C-bet it. He called. I didn't even remember the board that much. It was like a 9-high board. It's a very standard hand. I double barreled. He folded turn. So that was the only hand I won in that tournament. I ended up blinding down to 12 big, shoved king. I had 9 big blinds. I had king 9 off on the button and jammed it. Yep. Small blind rejams with ace-7. We smashed the king. He rivers the ace. Not a big deal. Rehyt. So the win went downhill from there. I went in, actually, I was pretty early still, so I went and fired the 2:51 p.m. WSOP daily. I actually soft bubbled that one.
Okay.
I don't even want to talk about that.
That's fine.
It's just that tournament's crazy.
The structure is terrible.
The structure's terrible. The players are terrible. I don't know. It's just all of the above. Anyways, so busted that, soft bubbled that. Then what was it?
The Aria.
Yeah, Friday was the Aria
Friday
we played.
was the Aria.
Again, everything kind of starts to melt together, so I'm glad we're doing this to kind of
Little structure, yeah.
a little structure. Friday's the Aria 600. I actually registered before Wes.
Yep. I had been up late the night before bagging.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. You played 14 and a half hours the day prior.
Yeah. Close. Actually, late
late
reg.
regged.
But yeah, I played into the night and.
So I played the Aria. I'll keep this kind of short because we got kind of a lot to go through here in the past few days. It's been eventful. It's been nice. So I ended up busting one bullet in the Aria. I fired a second. I went and we got into the money. I just want to go through a quick hand here that I thought was kind of crazy. And
Yeah.
okay, so I have 350K under the gun.
Yep.
I have pocket aces.
Yeah,
It's 8K
yeah.
big blind. I make it 17K. Folds to button. It seems like kind of an amateurish player. I mean, he knows what he's doing. I saw him do some stuff. I was like, all right, he's not terrible. Like, he's not a
Yeah.
complete fish. He flats. And he's got 200. So I had 350, right? I said
Yep.
he has 230. So I have him covered by 120.
So he has he has 29 bigs essentially.
Yeah. And I have 42, or is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And then Big Blind, who has 60K, sub 10 bigs, comes along.
Okay.
Flop is King 6-4 Rainbow.
All right.
King 6-4 Rainbow. I mean, this is a jackpot flop. And the reason is because the button should have a ton of King X's that we can just get value from here. We unblock the kings, so like...
Yeah, my thought is he's going to have some pocket pairs.
And pairs under kings, exactly.
He'll have those. He'll have some king queen, maybe king jack, king 10 suited.
Yeah.
He'll have some ace x suited, and that's about
Against
it.
most of his range, I should just be value betting here.
Yeah.
So Big Blind checks. I bet 22K, I think it was.
Okay.
Button calls, Big Blind folds. So he was just kind of trying to, I'm assuming he was trying to hit something
Yeah,
and do a
just
stop and
spike
go.
anything, yeah.
Stop and go on me. But so the turn comes in offsuit 5. So the board.
All right. And so I'm thinking, I think the pot's 107K.
Yeah,
in here.
and exact, yeah, right around there. And the board now is King 4, 6, 5 on the turn. My thoughts at this point are value bet targeting King X's, and then also some under pairs to kings. And then I'm not really he has some pocket 6s and pocket 4s, I guess. Like I'm kind of taking.
Yeah, you're not going to get away from this spot if he does, though.
The 5 is kind of a banana unless he had like 7-8 suited with a backdoor flush draw. You know what I'm saying?
That is possible for sure.
Yeah. So there's one hand that just turned the nuts possible, but that's it. So, say you had 7-8 of hearts and it was the 4 of hearts out there, he might just flat with the nut gutter and then backdoor flush draw. Anyways, I size up now to 62K. So I think it's 60% pot. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 100.
Pretty much
easy
exactly,
math there. Yeah. He flats again.
Okay. And so at this point, the pot is like 230-ish, 220,
Yeah.
230.
And what does he have behind at this point? He has like not even half pot left. It's like just
so
under half pot.
he started with 230.
Yep.
So he has like 130. Yeah. So he has about a little over half pot.
Okay.
I think that's a good sizing by you.
Okay. River is an offsuit 4.
Yeah. And this is actually a great card for you in the sense that he'll never just have a 4.
And you should never just have a 4, and it also removes one of his set combinations.
Yeah.
You'd assume, what I mean?
Yeah, now there's only...
It should make it less likely, that he has a set.
And on the off chance he had 5-6 suited, now you beat that.
Yep. Exactly. It pairs the board, yeah. So anyways.
And at this point, like, it's going to be very hard for him to fold a king.
Yeah. I mean, he's just kind of can't do it. So I'm assuming, Anyways, we go for value, we jam. And he has his chips in before me and has quad 4s.
That's not a great sign.
Yeah,
but
so we busted that tournament, but we got a cash back under the belt, so that was good. That kind of got me flowing, feeling good. Quickly moving on to the next thing. I played the Mystery Bounty the following day. My first bullet. It's my first WSOP event of the summer. I fire it, and I just go on a massive heater right out of the gate. Like, I had it up to 650K at 5K big blind, which was chip leading at that point in the tournament, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like, that would be a reasonable stack to bet. That's almost an average stack in the bag when big blind was 30K.
Well, spoiler alert, like 6 hours later, I did bag, and it was less than that.
Yeah, that shows how big of a stack you had, though, that you played for that long and had less chips.
Yeah,
and you're still, slightly below average. But it's such a short stack day two. You could be well above average very quickly,
And this tournament, I mean, it starts off very deep, but it quickly deteriorates into a shallow kind of a turbo
it has the half-hour levels, and
they
people are
skip
trying
a
to
couple,
hang.
and people they
Are
skip
trying
a lot
to
of those.
hang on to
Yeah,
get
and a
to
lot of
day
people are
two.
hanging on. So I don't know. It was a lot of fun. It was 14 and a half hours of play. I was there for the first hand. I was very pooped to say the least.
And to be clear, that includes like dinner and other breaks, but it's a long day. I think it's 22 half-hour levels, so it's 11 hours at the tables plus time in between.
Yeah.
And to be out there
3 hours
the
of breaks, I guess.
whole time is it's a grind.
I had so much fun. I played with some notables. Joseph Chung, I ended up busting him. Michael Wang, he's a 2-time bracelet winner as well. Word on the street is, I actually just hollered at him. I was like, dude, I would love to chat with you on the podcast if you ever want to join. He followed me back on Twitter, and we've been communicating via message, so we might get him on in the future.
Good to know.
He's an incredible player, and he actually just finished second in the $500 WSOP freeze out,
wow.
the first event.
Do you know what that paid?
$100 and something $100,000.
$100,000.
He's an absolute crusher. So
good for him.
hopefully we can get him on there. Other than that, I played with Michael Rosito, I think is his last name. He's another kind of, I think he was a circuit grinder, but he's friends with Steven Song and a bunch of other young crushers, Adam Hendricks and stuff like that. Those guys are all friends. So played with him. He was on my direct left. Thankfully, he was short most of the time, so I didn't have to worry about getting punished by him.
Yeah.
So played with him for a while. He said he followed us on whatever streaming service he used, so we got him to join or to listen in.
Very nice.
And then from there I got moved to my last table where I had Jared Jaffe. I think he's a WPT champion. I've seen him on TV a bunch. And another crusher, and he had heaps two to my left, so I was just kind of handcuffed for the end of the night. I ended up just pretty much waiting for premium hands and then jamming because I was sub 15 big blinds at that point. So I was just 3-bet jamming or just min-click opening and then full, things like that. I ended up min-click opening twice, getting 3-bet and just having to fold because it was, hands I couldn't call off, like ace and 8 suited, things like that.
Yeah. So let's talk, before I go through my hand, let's talk a little bit about this day two that we have tomorrow because it's not just any day two. So we'll have the final day one is going on as we speak. So we don't know how many players. It'll be over 1,000 players on day two. It'll be like a 20,000 entry field.
I think you're probably close.
Yeah. And so it's going to be an interesting strategy because both of us are slightly below average in chips, but everyone's kind of short.
I mean, average is almost worthless at this point. I mean, everybody's equally like in a 3-bet jam range type of, not all of them, but there's going to be a few shorters, there's going to be a few biggers, and then a few really big ones.
Yeah. But, so we're both probably going to cover multiple players at our table as well. And so, it's going to be a very interesting dynamic where we're hoping to collect a bounty, but also with the awareness that our bounty is also going to be hunted.
So we talked a little strategy last night. Do you want to remind the listeners on, because I know we actually brought this up during our Mystery Bounty episode. If you're interested in listening to that, check it out. It was maybe a few months
Probably
back.
December,
something like that. That's half a year ago.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Check out that Mystery Bounty episode. We go into depth Mystery Bounty strategy. So
this one's interesting in the sense that we're already kind of far into the money. Like 15% of the field gets paid in WSOP events, and then 2/3 of them already busted. So because only 5% of the field is left.
Yep. So we're deep.
We're already pretty deep, which is nice in the sense that the bounties get to be big.
Yeah. So I know you did the math, and the average bounty should be about $6,000. Don't mistake that for being the minimum bounty, but with the $1 million bounties and stuff in there,
there will be a lot of $1,000 ones.
It inflates the average of the bounty. So
So basically, what I did, so I know that $300 from every buy-in goes to the bounty, and if roughly 1/20th of the field is left on day two, that means the average bounty will be 20 times 300.
Yeah.
So. About $6,000, which means with the buy-in being $1,000, that means the average bounty is 6 buy-ins in the tournament, which is quite large, which means that if you're facing an all-in from a shorter stack, you can assume that you can basically calculate that there are 6 extra starting stacks in the middle.
Attached to each bounty.
Yeah, which in this
Or
case...
to each all-in, I mean.
Yeah, in this case, this starting stack was 40K, so if I'm in the big blind and someone jams and I have them covered and it folds to me, I can just view it as an extra 240K in chips in the middle, so I should call off very light.
Yeah.
Trying to get that bounty.
Yeah.
But, and that it's very complicated too, because that doesn't take into account like future game consideration. Like, obviously we're still trying to win the tournament.
Yeah, it's $1 million to first place.
And yeah, so, this is purely when we're looking at chip EV, when we're trying to convert like the bounty into a chip EV type of thing. But also we want to put ourselves in a situation to make a run in the tournament too.
Yep.
And yeah, it's unlike any other tournament I've really played.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I might be biased because I made it too. I do like it, but I don't love it. I'm a purist when it comes to tournament poker formats, and this is just, with the mystery bounties, it's cool. The structure's fast, so there's a lot of action.
We do get 40-minute levels on day 2, I believe.
Oh, really? Well,
so it's a little better.
That's a little bit better. That's nice. So it might get a little deeper, but nonetheless, I'm a purist. I like normal, no limit, non-bounty.
Yeah,
no shenanigan tournaments.
I'm not a huge bounty guy, but
I think we actually expressed that when we were talking about mystery bounties in the past.
Yeah, like this, I may play one other live turbo bounty event, but like I'm not really looking to play a lot of those.
They are fun. If you're ready for some action, get in there. But I'm here for some deep tournament play where we get to really get into some deep hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing about bounty tournaments, now mystery bounty is different, but a normal bounty tournament, once you're kind of deep in the tournament, the bounty doesn't mean that much, but it just makes it so that the prize pool is smaller for you now.
Yeah.
It does make it more fun at the beginning where you can, maybe you have some more incentive to win a little money at the beginning, and it changes things up a bit. But
yeah.
Anyways, that's not really what but yeah, just kind of a thought.
Yeah. So really looking forward to it. I have 12.7 or 8 bigs going into day 2. Wes is 15 straight.
15 exactly, yeah. Right. 600 at the 40K big blind.
And, the goal is for us to just go make, a lot of money tomorrow.
Millions.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's always fun, and even having 12 bigs, it's fun. So we're going to go play that. After that, depending on how that goes, we may fire the 1500 6 max, which is also tomorrow.
Yeah, it starts at the exact same time as day 2. So yeah, if either one of us busts early.
Yeah, and I'm not going to max lay Rich 1500 6 max either. I want to get in a little bit earlier for that. So if I don't have the opportunity for that, I'll just skip it and move on to whatever's next.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought as well. I know next week there's also an 800 that starts Wednesday that I think we'll both be in.
Yep.
And then the next weekend, for me at least, I know I'm firing the Gladiator again.
Yeah, I get to take that weekend off. Like I was saying last night, I'll just leave that one up to you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
The wife's coming into town, and we're going to have a little date weekend.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That'll be great for her to come out and you to...
she's not a big Vegas fan, or she's not really a gambler in any sense of, So,
Yeah.
But what we do love is going in and eating at really bomb restaurants. I think
they have a lot of those out here.
Yeah, my personal favorite, which I've mentioned before on the podcast, is Mastro's.
Yeah.
It's like a steak seafood
Where are you
place.
going to go if you
All right,
just
Mo.
win like 100K or a milli this weekend or these next couple days?
Burger King. No, we'll see. I might take the boys out for a nice dinner.
That's true. Yeah. I think
that might be in store. I don't know, but the plan is to just to do my normal thing. So I'm gonna play a lot and just try and make a ton of money. So today it's Sunday. I think we're both gonna grind online a bit today.
Yeah, we are.
Should we go over a couple hands before we?
Yeah, let's talk about the one that I thought about. So honestly, in the Mystery Bounty Day 1, I played a long time and I had a lot of pretty standard spots. I felt like I didn't have a ton of tough decisions. This one, luckily, it also wasn't a tough decision, but we're going to go over what would have happened, what could have happened, because it could have been a brutal river decision here. So we're pretty deep. This is the The blinds were 10K, 25K, so it's the second to last level of the night. We're already well into the money.
Yep.
So we are in the big blinds. We have just over 20 bigs. It's like 500 something K. This solid, he seems like a reg. You know, he's a good player. Solid player is in the low jack, and he min raises to 50K. And he has us covered by a bit. He probably has 700K. It folds to us in the big blind. Queen 10 of clubs, defend.
How much did you say he had?
He had about 700. Probably.
Okay, so just having you barely covered.
So we call. The pot is 135K. The flop is Queen Jack 9 rainbow. No club. We have Queen 10 of clubs, but Queen Jack.
So flop top pair and an open ender.
Yeah. So
no backdoor flush.
Correct. So very, solid flop.
It's a great hand. I'm probably playing pot control here.
Yep. So I go with check, and he bets 35K. He down bets, and I just call. I mean, my thought too is like, this guy I think could bluff a lot. I'm not afraid of a lot of turns. Like a lot of the scary turns actually favor me.
You love that. Yeah. The one that would suck is an ace.
Ace would suck. 10 is awkward.
Yeah, 10 is awkward. But you block that. I mean, you have one in your hand, so it's less like that's going to come out.
Yeah. So I'm not really looking to get it in here, but also I'm looking to maybe induce some bluffs from him.
Yep.
So I take a little while before calling because, I want him to perceive that I could have a 9 or something kind of weak.
I mean, just a lot. Okay.
So the turn is the queen of diamonds. So I have trips now.
That's such a nice card.
It is, yeah. It's the second diamond, and there are a lot of cards on the river that are just very good for me. Now like a 10 is great, obviously.
Yep.
So I check again. Pot is 205K now, and he bets 135. I think it was just over 100. It might have been 130 or 135. Anyway, so I take a little while. I know my play here. I'm just going to call, but I think it through for a while just to because I'm wanting him to think I could be calling the turn with the jack, and if the board doesn't change much, I'm planning to call it off on the river.
Right, yeah.
So I call, which puts the pot at like 475 maybe, somewhere around there. And at this point, I only have about 340 left. And so...
How much is in the pot?
470-ish.
Okay.
So I have about 3/4 pot behind. And so I think he's definitely thinking about jamming river. And
just applying pressure here.
And at this point, too, like he can have a straight, he can have all the king 10s, and he can probably have 10-8 suited, but not offsuit. He can have some full houses. He could have king, queen, or ace, queen. So I'm not...
But we don't plan on folding to brick rivers because we'll just take a cooler here if that's the case.
Yeah.
Because he has bluffs as well.
He will have bluffs here, and he could have queen 8 suited that we're beating, or we could be chopping. Anyways, the river's the 6 of diamonds, so it brings in the backdoor flush. So I don't love that.
Okay.
Now, I checked, and he took like a full minute and then just sort of put his head down and checked. Like it was clear that
he wanted to bet and felt bad that he's like, I just can't do it.
Yeah. So one thing that came into play here is the jack on the board was not a diamond, and I think he was like, well, it would be very easy. I can have all the jack X of diamonds here.
Yeah.
And I think he thought on the turn that. I think he figured I might either have jack X of diamonds or a queen a lot of the time. And if he's going to bluff here, he wants to target like 9-10, jack 10, like the jack that isn't a flush now, right?
Yeah. Wait, that would like bottom pairs with straight draw type stuff? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, or middle pair.
Bottom or middle pair with straight draws.
Yeah. Like I might call any jack on the turn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
after the queen pairs,
yeah, he's probably anyway. Yeah, the way he checked it back made it clear that he didn't think there was any chance he was going to win.
Yeah. So we didn't see his hand ever.
Never saw his hand. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like ace 10 or something.
Okay,
that seems pretty reasonable.
Well, nice hand. That's a nice pickup for you.
It was, so I peaked at 775 after that. The real question though is if we face the river jam here. Obviously now we know our hand was good, but. God, if I did not know in the moment what I was going to do, because that is a pure bluff catcher.
I feel and I feel like this is a spot where I'd have to be at the table and know the opponent and feel the vibes of the situation to really decide what I'm going to do here.
Yeah, because for him, I could tell he was a good player who was capable of bluffing, but he wasn't someone who was just trying to run the table over.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. He's just playing solid.
Yeah, he is a solid player. And then, like, the very next hand, he ran kings into aces and then had 4 bigs, and then he busted the next hand.
That's
so
brutal.
it was a pretty brutal streak for him. But, yeah, I truly don't know what I would have done on that river facing an all-in. Because I lose to all value at that point.
Okay.
And like some of his turn bluffs, which could be diamonds, got there. I'm really just hoping he has like ace 10 with a diamond or some underplay.
So, essentially the part, is if you did jam here, I mean, that would be a difficult decision. Would you find the call?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was going to be tough. I don't know if I have a solid answer yet.
Yeah, because again, like you said, you're purely bluff catching. There's not value hands that you're beating. Mm-hmm. That would bet that. That would jam the river. So I like that hand. That's good. Mm-hmm. I have one as well.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So this hand has a concept to it that is, I want to bring this hand up. So it's pretty standard, but I feel like a lot of more amateur type players might lose a lot of chips here. Mm-hmm. So let's go over the hand, and then you can tell me what you think. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the Mystery Bounty. It's rather early in the day. It's 1K. It's 500 big blind. Mm-hmm. I have 120 big blinds. I'm in middle position.
All right.
Under the gun has 40 big blinds. So there's 3 players in this hand. Under the gun, 40 big blinds. Me in middle position with 120, and then the button was just over 60.
Okay.
Under the gun makes it 1K. Mm-hmm. Folds to me with ace, queen off, ace of diamonds, queen of clubs. I want to say it was low jack.
Okay.
Don't remember exactly. I make it 3K. Thoughts so far?
You can go either way with it, because against under the gun, I don't mind
right,
flatting.
Yeah. The reason I went with 3-bet here is just because of stack depth difference.
Yeah.
Like I can just apply more pressure.
I think the biggest thing too is you have your hand. At least like if you face a 4-bet jam for 40 bigs,
I can
you're
just
folding
send
it
it to the muck, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I also take betting control of the pot by doing so.
Yeah, and I think you can get like a lot of the players in this type of field. It's fine to just isolate. Anyway, so this is interesting. So you 3-bet, but the button comes along.
Button cold calls. He is. You can tell he seems like a passionate younger poker player that still has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's decent.
Caught up in the moment, he's a little gambly.
He's decent, but a little too gambly.
Yeah.
Anyways, he flats under the gun flats.
So pot is like a little over
10K.
10K.
Yep. 10K, 10.3K.
Yep.
So the board, the flop, comes 9, 10, jack, 2 diamonds.
Okay.
So I have ace, queen with the ace of diamonds. So I got the backdoor nut flush draw. I got 2 overs, and I have the open ender to the nut straight.
Yep. Yeah, but it's also good to recognize that if you hit a queen, you're almost never good.
No, for sure. So my initial
there are a lot of there could be some. If an ace comes, you're certainly not trying to pile money.
So clearly, I have a very strong hand here. Mm-hmm. And I was the 3-better pre-flop, but it's important. There's 2 things that you should take into consideration immediately here. Is number 1, that it's a multi-way pot, mm-hmm. and number 2, that it's a very dynamic wet board that can easily interact with both of them.
Yeah, they could both have some king queen suited, some jack 10. They could have some sets, 2 pairs, sets, straights.
I mean, all across the board. So under the gun checks. What do you do?
I would check.
Check.
Yeah.
We land on check.
Like it.
Button checks back.
Okay.
So I'm feeling all right. This is good.
You get a free shot at the nuts.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Well, how about this? Turn comes ace of clubs.
So you got top pair.
I got top pair and nut straight draw.
Yep.
Under the gun checks.
Okay.
I have 2 thoughts here that I'm battling with right now in the moment here. Do you know what they are?
Well, obviously there's check or bet, but I'm trying to decide what sort of bet
Yeah.
size.
So check is one of the things I'm battling. And then if I'm betting, what am I betting?
Yeah.
There's 10.3
I feel like
in the
you
pot.
probably have to go small just because you're trying to get value. Or are you trying to charge?
I'm trying to get value.
Yeah.
I land on exactly. So those are my exact two thoughts. It's check or bet small. I land on exactly quarter pot, 2,500.
Yep.
And my gut is screaming check here. It's just because it's still.
It looks like you have ace king or ace queen, and you're like, God, I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, my hand's
raised.
kind of straight up here, and also like my opponents can still just have monster hidden hands, right?
They could still have ace 10 suited. Like the guy who checked back the button on the flop.
That tells me he doesn't have any sets or two pairs.
Yeah, he could have turned two pair maybe.
Yeah, that's possible.
But that's about it.
Yeah, he could have like ace 10, ace jack, ace 9 suited.
Yeah,
something
but probably
like that.
only suited, so it's
Yeah.
unlike. So you're probably ahead of him.
I feel
the button
like-
could be doing under the gun could be trapping a little bit.
We'll
but
check this out.
Yeah.
So I bet 2.5K. Button makes it 6.5K.
Okay.
Under the gun makes it 16.5K.
Oh yeah.
Snap
Gotta
muck.
just muck.
I snap muck.
It feels like you just trapped the nuts.
It's
there.
snap mucks. Button goes all in. Under the gun snap calls. They both have king queen off.
Wow, the button just
Check back
checked
the
back
nuts.
the flop.
And then the under the gun double checked the nuts as well.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you definitely. I mean, to be fair,
What's
the
the
way-
concept I'm explaining to more amateur players here?
you could call it pot control.
That's what I'm aiming
and,
for.
Yeah, also just awareness of the relative strength of your hands.
Yeah,
Like you turn
yeah.
top pair, but you know it's just.
In a multi-way pot. Yeah, and I'm just concerned for, more beginner type players that they're just going to overvalue these spots.
Yep.
Just know that in multi-way spots on dynamic boards like this,
Be aware that-
unless you have like nutted type hands, you should be very, very careful.
Yeah, like it's very realistic for either of your opponents to have some suited broadways, some high suited connectors, some medium to high pocket pairs here.
Yep,
Some
yep.
some ace jack suited, ace 10 suited.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a great hand, a great example. And the fact that you kind of felt like checking the turn.
I really did want to check it, yeah. And then after, yeah. So I lost the absolute minimum there. So what did I lose? 5,500.
Yep. Yeah.
5,500 on. And just remember, I had top pair with the
Open
great
ender,
kicker with
yeah.
the nut straight draw. Mm-hmm. It's a mouthful. But yeah, so here we are, 5 days into the World Series of Poker Vegas. I hope you guys are enjoying these more frequent episodes that we're doing, just kind of detailing how we've been experiencing Vegas and how the runs have been going so far.
Yeah, this is fun. Hopefully some exciting stuff to come this week. Or even today. I know we're both going to grind a little bit online.
Yeah. And we'll follow up with another episode early next week after, day 2 and kind of see how things go there.
Yeah, definitely pre-gladiator for me.
Yeah, pre-glad. We might even get a couple episodes in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Right now as we speak, we're in the game room that I mentioned in the first WSOP 2024 episode. Yeah, things are going well so far. I got a couple cashes under my belt. Wes has a couple cashes and deep runs under his belt. We have a couple of roommates. Our roommate Ben also cashed last night, busted with 4 hands left in the night.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough. He's firing it again today.
Our other roommate, Brad, got 20-something in the
23rd,
in the
maybe
1,500
21st.
dealer's choice out of 400 or 500 entries. So he got close to a bracelet right out of the gate, deep into day 2.
Yeah. Also, for the Minnesota people, congrats to Clint. He's a buddy of mine. His last name, Wolson. I should know how to pronounce it.
We're always terrible at these names.
Yeah. Clint got 6th in that event that Brad
Oh.
went deep in. So he cashed for like 20K.
Congrats, Clint.
Yeah, big run for him. And yeah, hopefully a lot more solid things to report here in the near future. Lastly, I know we have some questions from Discord.
Let's just get to one.
Yeah,
And then we'll save some more for later.
definitely.
All right, which one did you want to do?
All right, so John Coffin asks, do either one of us have a desire to play high rollers one day, or do we feel good about where we're at as far as what
It's a
we're
good
playing?
question. I mean, I think a lot of people have desires to play high rollers. I know I would love to. I don't find it as something I'm chasing towards.
Yeah.
I think that's something that you would particularly do well in, just because of your processes and stuff like that. I think, I mean, not that, to discredit myself, I think I could do just fine as well.
I mean, it's also the different, poker is my full-time thing, and you do several things, really.
I do. Well, right. And that does take into, you take that into consideration. You study specifically, poker more than I do, and et cetera. Although it seems that we both get into it a lot lately. I think this podcast helps a lot.
It does help.
But I don't want to go off on a tangent here. So for me personally, I don't foresee myself playing anything greater than 10K, at least any time in the near future. Just the 10K main event. And then other than that, probably just mid-stake stuff like 1100s. Like, gonna plan on sticking with that. I mean, that's what I was passionate and hungry for, the MSPTs, and also winning a bracelet. I know they're bigger fields at that, and it's gonna be a bit more difficult, but those big field tournaments and those medium range buy-ins are just where I have the most fun. So I don't want to put extra pressure on myself and fire away at big tournaments, at least not yet.
Yeah, good answer. And honestly, my answer is fairly similar too. Like for me, poker is, it's my passion and it's my job right now. And for me, the biggest focus is just making a living from it. I'm not chasing the higher buy-ins for sure. Yeah. And, even if I got to a point where financially I could do it, I'm not 100% sure I would, but I could see myself.
Yeah.
My bigger focus is just playing the best I can at stakes where the money is not, where I'm properly bankrolled, and maybe I'll sell a little bit here and there, but, I'm not looking to overextend myself to frankly play against much tougher competition also, where it's much harder to make a living.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're not going to find softer players typically in those.
Yes. Yeah. So I would say, am I going to get up to consistently playing 3,500 or 5K? Like maybe, but 25 or 50K is less likely.
Yeah.
Someday, I would be surprised if someday I didn't at least play one of those, but like, will I ever be grinding like a Mateos or Bonomo?
Yeah. Depends on who knows, right? Yeah. I mean, the future is always different than what we plan. I mean, we try and get as close as we can to what we envision for the future, but it always ends up being different, right? Not always in a bad way, right? But maybe, who knows? I never expected myself to be a poker podcaster, so.
Right. Yeah,
right?
Things can happen. And I think the one thing I would say is, even if I just bank something and I have millions of dollars, that doesn't mean I'm just going to jump into high rollers.
No, you might sell a lot of action to one and then play one.
I might do that, and I would also want to invest in a little more like
real estate.
Well, it could be that too. Real
estate.
estate.
If you're looking for a realtor, make sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Max is a real estate guy. Max is a realtor, and
so yeah. Whatever state you're in, holler at me if you have real estate needs. I'd be glad to help you out.
Yeah.
Little plug there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, part of it too is if I had that much money, I would, I like investing in stuff other than poker, and I wouldn't just have it all for poker. But I was going to also say I would invest in some more high stakes coaching.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I would want to be prepared because if I happen to a 50K or a 25K right now, like I would want to make sure it was actually a good financial investment in the long term. So,
well, Wes, I got two things I want to end on here. Okay. First one, a new feature. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to this, I don't think you can. Maybe you can on our Buzzsprout website. I'm not sure. But on the streaming services, we now have a fan mail section. So right through Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you should be able to type in a message. If you want to talk to us or, give a suggestion or just say hi, whatever it is. We love seeing the fan mail. And it sends us directly to us. So we love hearing that. So if you got something to say, good or bad, whatever, constructive criticism would be better instead of just criticism. But anyways, make sure to...
If you want to start some beef.
Yeah. Utilize that feature. We'd love to hear from you. Secondly, we end each podcast talking about the Discord channel. It's continuously growing. We're having a lot of fun in Vegas, and we hope that, if you're hopping in there, you can see how the runs are going in real time. A lot of people are talking in there. So, and a lot of our Discord members are out in Vegas grinding too. So, here's to a summer full of big W's.
Yeah, absolutely. Hop in there, guys.
If you want to get access to that, find me on Twitter at Deuce Newcomb. Again, pin tweet at the top. Just click join. It's free. There's 0 payments. Nothing hidden behind paywall. So get in there and enjoy that. Wes, I think it's time for us to grind online. We might play a little sit and go today.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the time, and the Sunday scrimmage registration is about 20 more minutes. So
all right, so
we'll
save that for another time. Let's just go do some winning.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Everybody have a great
morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime.
Let's go.
Whenever you're listening to it, weekend, week.
We'll see you later this week. Bye, guys.